Thank you to everybody who joined me in December 18th, 2016 for the Besh Ba Gowah Ruins in Globe, Arizona, Lisa on location. Here are our photo contest finalists and winners from that event and the prizes. So each winner will receive a $50 gift certificate towards a Langell Photography hosted workshop or class. Just so you know, due to agency regulations beyond my control, I can't apply this towards a workshop that's hosted by another organization. But if it's a Langell photography specific workshop or class, I can certainly apply this for you. Just email me when you're ready to register and I'll help you with your seat. So, first, I want to talk about some honorable mentions. There were a tremendous number of images submitted, and I truly had fun looking at all of them, even ones that, attempted to show perhaps ghostly figures and so forth. It was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed this event with each of you, and I really appreciated getting to know everyone better. So, one of my favorite honorable mentions, and it happened to be a subject I photographed as well, is from Ronnie Sue of these antique bottles. One of the things that can be tricky is getting all of the little bit of shine on the berries on that leftmost bottle, and she did a good job of that. So, thank you, Ronnie. I really appreciated that. You did a nice job. All right, so the next one, oh, by the way, I should mention I really liked the composition as well. So having this down in the lower third and then using this vertically here, these four bottles, really you did a nice job and everything is in focus and lit well also. All right, so the next one that I liked, also from Ronnie Sue, was this image here. I liked, it appears you used a tripod or stabilized your camera in some way, or perhaps used it on a higher ISO. But I love the window light here. The way this window is and is lit takes me right back through the image, but then really allows me to see all of the items inside. It really gives me this empty sense. So I really liked that. It looks like you may have shot it through one of those windows there. This could be glare, but I really appreciated it. All right, here's another one. Again, you have a great sense of leading line, and my eye comes in here, goes through this door, through that door, through this door, and all the way to the back. Brilliant composition, and I like the negative space here. Garrick Shermer, you did a beautiful job of getting all of the glitter in this bar illuminated. So I love that you caught all the lights and really focused on all the interesting things on this wall. This bar had a lot going on in it, plus the addition of the Christmas items. And I didn't see anybody else shoot the inside of the lower part of the bar. So well done. All right, Garrick, you also did a beautiful job capturing the Besh Ba Gowah, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right, luminarias. I like your leading lines here, the lines that take me in and back and all the way up into this building. I also like that you caught it at twilight so I can still see some sky. It's not a negative if you didn't, but it was just an opportunity that not everybody had the chance to do. So nice job on this. I enjoyed that one very much. All right, Mary Heartless. Mary and I actually took a little detour while we were each breaking off into our groups and doing the downtown shooting in Globe, and we stumbled upon this really old, yucky, rundown house. It was clearly very abandoned. And Mary, I love that you got this scooter in here. It just really helps tell the story. I know it was just sitting there when you walked up to it. It's not like you had a rusty scooter to throw in, but it really captured the story well. And I think the use of this beam here against with this house, your vertical lines are done well. You have a little bit of separation between this window over here so that you can see this beam better or pole or whatever you want to call it. I really like it a lot. And the way you did it in black and white with the enhanced texture just works. So well done on that one. Beverly Anderson, you gave me a nice surprise with this image. I really like that you used the trees and the cacti as part of the composition. So many of us, and it's not wrong, but so many of us focused on the lights and the walls and the lines and so forth. But you gave us some context here, and I think you were one of the only ones that actually used plants in these compositions to this extent. And it really surprised me, and I like it. All right. So, Beverly, you also did a neat thing here with the sunburst. And I liked the sunburst and then I can go back into this, the walkway here and the light. So you captured it earlier in the evening, and I really appreciated that shot. It's one I hadn't seen before. So well done. She also, Beverly, you caught a sunburst here with this building, and it just, I don't know, really, I like this picture. I've got some leading lines with the sidewalk, and normally this would be a lot of negative space, and it may or may not be appealing. You could have cropped it maybe in here, but there's something about it I really like. The other thing that's cool about it, and I try to think about this when I'm shooting, is this could end up being a good marketing shot. So I have lots of space down here where I could put writing. So if Globe were to have an event, this would work well because you have room to say, okay, come to the next, parade or whatever it might be. And you have room for that. A lot of times people crop their shots in so tight that marketers, unless they fake it, have a hard time adding wording on top of the picture. So well done. Jill, this was a cool shot. Something is padlocked here, and I don't know what it is, but I love that you caught it and you caught it down at this level, and it makes me think about what's hidden in here. So, again, no clue what it is, but I like that I get to think about it, and then I like that you used a nice depth of field here, kind of blurred out this background, but I still get that there's lots of stuff going on in the street. This was just a surprise shot, and I didn't see anybody else shoot this, so well done. Mark, this was very cool. A very simple shot, but I love that you found this sign. I think this is the coolest sign, and Globe just has great opportunities for signage. So I'm glad you saw it, you found it, and you shot it, and I really love it. This is another one that you did. You really paid attention to the signage in the town, and this is a gorgeous shot, and you cropped it well. And it may have even been a pano that you shot, a multi-shot pano. I'm not sure, but you did a great job with it, and I really like it. And you can even read the writing in it, so that one appealed to me quite a bit. Beverly, I think I accidentally got you in here twice. My bad. Okay, Dean, this was a surprise. So, the first thing I see is this bag, and it's, kind of blurry, and I'm like, that's blurry. But then I totally got what you were doing, which you wanted me to know that there's a bag here, but you didn't want me to hang up on this bag and keep looking at it. You actually chose to make this out of focus and all of this in focus. So it's like the obvious goes away, and I get to kind of have this framed with my eye going right back to all this detail back here. You also exposed it in such a way so that I got to see the rocks and things. It wasn't just lines of bags in blackness. So it was an interesting choice of focal point, and I give you credit for that. So I found that one to be enjoyable. All right, there were many others that were enjoyable, and I put a lot of comments in your shots as well in the Facebook page. So thank you to everybody that contributed, and I hope you had a ton of fun. So let's talk about the winners now. So for category 1, best Drift Inn Saloon shot, upstairs or downstairs, the winner goes to Mary Heartless. Mary, this was such a cool and eerie shot. So, I know that these were our participants, and I loved that you captured them. But I loved how you did your lighting and your vignetting, and yet there's light through each of these doors. I have leading lines. It's like our group members are going into the light, which is kind of tying back into that whole haunted thing we were talking about. So I really liked your exposure, your choice of processing, and of course the subject, because it was our group and we had a blast that day. So this one really stuck with me. I really liked that shot quite a bit. Congratulations, you have a $50 gift certificate towards one of my classes or workshops. Second winner will be for the best architecture or city shot in Globe. And this winner goes to Garrick Shermer. Garrick, I remember you telling me that you were inside this building and how cool it was, but you've completely compelled me to want to go back and shoot it. I love your composition here and the way it's framed within frames and all the lines and the light and your exposure. It would have been very easy to expose for this light up here and have these pieces go completely black. So however you chose to process or expose or perhaps do a multi-shot layered or HDR type shot to make sure that this was exposed as well. It was brilliantly done and I love it. So congratulations, you too have a $50 gift certificate. And then the next category was the best Besh Ba Gowah shot. And I think initially I had said, the best architecture or Besh Ba Gowah shot and then the best saloon shot. Well, I just added the third category of Besh Ba Gowah onto its own, so we're giving away 3 certificates instead of 2. And George, I really enjoyed this image. So normally I might not have loved this much white space, but I actually really enjoyed the fact that there were all these shadows here from, I'm not sure what if it's Ocotillo or some strange fencing or what it was, but it was cool. It brought my eye in. And then you've got this beautifully lit. And what I loved also is the fact that you did this on a timed exposure. I'm guessing, I'm ballparking, somewhere around perhaps gosh, I don't know, several minutes. You have enough star trail there that it really shows up. You have some illumination here, a little bit of clouds, and gosh, I'm not sure which star that is, or perhaps it's the moon, but I just loved it. It really told about the event. And again, if you were to use this for marketing, you've got space now for a person to put some sort of messaging here. And not that I'm saying that's the criteria that we always adhere to, but it's a unique application that could apply with this image. And yes, you still could crop it here and have a nice image, but this one just really stuck with me. There were other beautiful images of Besh Ba Gowah too, but this was a really unique one as well. So thank you. Again, I want to say thank you to everybody who participated. I hope you enjoyed this little narrative. I hope you come with me next time. And please share the word about Lisa on Location and spread it with your friends. Invite them to the group. I really appreciate it. The more the merrier. Have a great day. And thanks again, everybody. I truly appreciate you. Take care.